Good evening. My name is Tom Golden, and this is my practice persuasive speech. Um, Today, my speech is going to be on the concept of improvement, and we'll start by talking about what we all will have in common, all of us that are watching this video, and that is that we're all taking classes. And the reason we're taking in classes is to improve ourselves. As a teacher, I've encouraged thousands of students for the past 24 years to work on becoming their best selves. And this happens through constant self-improvement. Self-improvement, personally and professionally, will make you a healthier and more productive person overall. We've got a few main points today. The first one is going to be talking about personal improvement. That includes physical and mental improvement that will help you lead a healthier and more fulfilling life. Second is going to be improvement in your professional life, where we talk about making you be more productive and lead you to more career success. And finally, we talk a little bit about, as a society, how we want to evolve and improve to represent our best selves. So let's start by talking about personal improvement. Personal improvement is very important, and physical improvement is part of that. When we talk about physical improvement, it's not just working out, it's not getting exercise. That's part of it. But really, it's the fact that you want to have your body working properly. When your body doesn't work properly, it can negatively affect all aspects of your life. I will give a little personal anecdote here about the fact that I have an autoimmune disease called ulcerative colitis, which affects my large intestine. And a lot of times my large intestine will get irritated, which leads to pain, cramping, and really a lot of problems. It's been for about 30 years I've had to deal with it. Now, when I have my symptoms of that come through, I know I'm not the best father, I know I'm not the best husband, and I know for sure I'm not the best teacher when I have physical problems going on. Because you can't, when you're distracted by that, you can't do your best work. So my first advice, the things that I want to encourage you to do, is to make sure that you have your body working, everything working in peak shape. Go to the doctor, get constant checkups, make sure everything is working, because when it's not, it really does negatively affect every other portion of your life. And with that, I also should encourage you to, I want to encourage you to work on yourself through physical activity. It doesn't have to be regular workouts. It can be going out for a 30-minute walk. It could be just doing some bicycle riding. Just get out there and get some physical activity, and to make yourself a little bit working in better shape. The second part of the personal improvement that I want to touch on is your mental improvement. Now, a lot of people don't think about mental improvement. They think when they think about making improvements with your life. But mental improvement is, mental awareness is really something that's important, because just like when your body's not working in peak shape, you're not going to be at your best. If your mind's not at peak shape, you're not going to be working your best either. So I would like to encourage you to make sure that if you feel like you're depressed, if you feel like something's just weighing on you, talk to somebody about it. There's no harm in doing so. And so I encourage that part. It's just like going to the doctor to make sure your body's working. If you feel like your mind's not working the way it should, go and get it looked at. But there are other things that we can do. Really, as I like to say, do a crossword puzzle. You may not think that it's something that will make that much of a difference, but really, little things like that keep your brain sharp. Studies have shown that just doing a puzzle, playing a game, making sure you have healthy conversations with people, just getting out and talking with somebody about worldviews, about talking with and just getting in a good conversation with somebody can help your brain work at its peak shape all the time. So make sure that you are physically and mentally improving yourself all the time to make sure that it'll help you live longer, and it'll improve your quality of life. But personal improvement is only part of the equation here. The second part for me is professional improvement. And right now, you're already on the right track for that. And some of us are looking at, like for me, I'm looking ahead. I've got a job that I love right now. I've been teaching music for years, and I love it. I'm one of those fortunate people that that knew what they wanted to do and could make it work at an early age. It doesn't happen with all of us. I'll give an example of a friend of mine that I went to high school with. He went through many different careers, and now at age 46, he's just decided and just finishing up his PhD, and he's becoming a doctor. And he didn't come to that decision. He was many things. He did some law. He did work in the law field. He was a music major. He was a religious studies major. He just couldn't figure it out. He finally found what he wanted to do, and he went for it, which is, I think, a great thing. And a lot of us that are here are doing that through taking classes. The one thing I want to encourage is don't settle for something that you don't enjoy if you don't have to. You know, if let's say you're not happy with what you're doing right now, take the classes that you have here, become an apprentice of somebody on your off time, learn what you can to see if you to try to get the job that you want. And it'll make you a happier person and make you, again, make your days much better. Second part of that is once you get that job. Now, I've got the job that I really like, and it's a wonderful thing, but that doesn't mean I stop improving. I want to always improve upon how I do my job. Don't settle for doing it the way you've always done it. Work on getting better at what you do. I teach kindergarten through 12th grade music. So I teach, and I feel real comfortable teaching band. I'm a band director at heart, and so I do that very well. But I also have to teach elementary music with young kids. That's something where every year I go to a music conference. I could go to the band sessions, enjoy myself, and learn some new things about band. But that's not where my focus needs to be, because I'm pretty good at that as I go through. What I need to do is I go to the other side, and I say, okay, I need to get better at the elementary music part. So I go to session upon session upon session. And over the years, I've developed a lot of new skills that I didn't have when I started. Now, if I didn't do that, I'd still be making the same paycheck. I'd still be doing the same job, but I really wouldn't be giving my best self out there. So constant improvement upon your profession, even when you're doing something you like, is very important. Final thing I'd like to touch upon is improvement on a larger scale. Now, as a society, we should constantly be improving ourselves. And the thing the point I want to bring across is you want to think about women's issues and race relations over the past 100 years, and think about how each generation has improved upon how we deal with these issues. Not everybody has improved or has evolved to the point where they're tolerant, and there's work to be done. But as a society, I feel that we can continue to improve upon this. Let me give you the example now of like the LGBTQ community. I'm very passionate about the fact that people in that community need the same kind of support and improvements upon relations as we've had with race relations, with women's issues from back 100 years ago, and moving upon. And those people also are running into that same. This group is running into that same problem that the others have had. So I encourage you to try to make a difference in your society by, number one, setting an example of tolerance. Number two, working to get into a little bit of. I'm glad this is a practice speech. Getting into a role where you can affect change, and if you can change one person's view, make them a little more tolerant, then the world will be a little bit of a better place. So, to summarize, improvement happens at all levels. Happens in your personal life. You want to think about making yourself physically and mentally improve upon your physical and mental health at all times. You want to think professionally. If you want to try to get to the career you want, and that you're going to be happy in. And then once you're there, you want to keep getting better at it. And third, society needs you to help improve lives for everybody. You know, we talked a little bit. We talked about leading social change. So to give you a quote to leave with, it's number one: when we stop improving, we stop evolving. And hopefully that you guys, you that are watching right now, can continue to evolve. And I hope that you take at least one aspect of your life, besides the one you're doing, you're changing, taking classes here, and make an improvement with it. Thank you very much for listening to me today, and have a great day.